The US has decided to launch an investigation into the digital services taxes that have been adopted or are being considered by a number of countries to unfairly target American tech companies. India, too, is being considered after it adopted a 2% DST in March 2020. The tax applies only to non-resident companies and covers online sales of goods and services to or aimed at persons in India. What is digital tax? Over the past 2 years, various countries have taken under consideration or adopted taxes on revenues that certain companies generate from providing certain digital services to or aimed at users in those jurisdictions. These taxes and revenues are referred to as digital services taxes or DSTs. Why is US probing? US President Donald Trump is concerned that many trading partners are using unfair means to target US companies. The US then announced a probe around digital taxes that have been either adopted or are under consideration in India, the European Union, Austria, Brazil, the Czech Republic, Indonesia, Italy, Spain, Turkey, and the UK. Why is India under investigation by the US? In India, the US is probing the 2% DST that India adopted in March and which went into effect on April 1, 2020. The tax applies only to non-resident companies with annual revenues over 20 million rupees, approximately 2,67,000 US dollars. Section 301 of the 1974 Trade Act, under which the US announced to initiate the investigation, gives the United States Trade Representative or the USTR a broad authority to probe and respond to a foreign country's action which may be unfair or discriminatory and negatively affect the US commerce. The section also allows the US President to impose tariffs and other curbs on foreign nations. The global controversy over digital taxation. The Organization for Economic Cooperation and Development has been working on a proposal to address the profit sharing of some multinational companies to avoid paying taxes in foreign jurisdictions. France and the UK have already initiated and are planning to go ahead with their own digital tax system if the OECD does not come to a resolution by the year end. Spain, too, is preparing a digital tax that is likely to go into effect if there isn't an international agreement. What next? U.S. Chamber of Commerce Executive Vice President and the Head of International Affairs, Myron Brilliant, in a statement has already called for a multilateral negotiation on this issue. Rather than unilateral DSTs, the world needs a multilateral solution to these challenges, which is why the Chamber supports efforts to address these challenges through multilateral negotiations under the aegis of the OECD. We urge all parties to double down on those negotiations and avoid unilateral discriminatory taxes, Brilliant said. While the OECD wants to stick to the original deadline, the global pandemic situation could result in a delay, pushing these talks to 2021.